Hello everyone, so I'm here to speak to you today about the expression number 4, or some people call it the destiny number 4. Now your expression number is the second most influential number in a numerology chart, just behind the all-important life path number. So the expression number are the talents and the abilities and the attributes that you chose to bring with you before this incarnation. For example, you come to this lifetime with a life path that you've discussed with your spirit guide. And that is the elements of you that you still don't really know yet. You're developing towards them. So it's your weakness. It's what you've decided to evolve towards and develop in this lifetime. So it is very much the overarching important number, and all the other numbers in your chart must serve that life path. So your expression number exists to support the achievement of your life path. So whatever talents you find yourself when finding your own expression number, it's really important that you use that expression number and the talents described to help you achieve your weakness or your evolution, which is that overarching life path. So today I'm talking about the talents and the abilities and the attributes of the 4 energy that is called the expression and sometimes called the destiny number. Now, looking at all the number energies together, so you've got the very dynamic numbers of the 1, the 2 and the 3, the new idea coming into your mind or being channeled from source by the 1, the idea being nurtured and planned for and getting people involved to start getting that idea off the ground. The 3 energy expresses and shows the world that idea, but none of that is any use unless the energy of the 4 comes in to stabilize that idea. You can have an idea, you can plan it, you can show people it, but without structure, stability, and procedures and rules that keep you stable and strong, then the energies of the 1, 2 and the 3 cannot progress. So the 4 energy is your 4 posts into the ground. That is the energy that stabilizes the dynamic energy of the 1, the 2 and the 3. The 1 starts the idea, the 2 starts to nurture that initial growth, and the 3 starts to express those petals to the world. But to build some structure and stability, you need good, strong soil and good, strong foundations. Otherwise, that flower, that bloom of expression is not going to last very long. That is the importance of the 4 energy, and that's the importance of your 4 expression number. So working out your expression number, whereas your life path comes from your full date of birth, your expression number comes from your full birth name. Now you've got your full birth name at that vibration because you asked your parents telepathically to do that for you. You had decided with your spirit guide that you wanted your name to vibrate at the 4. So you said to your parents, I don't care what you call me as long as my whole name vibrates at the 4. Okay, so that's how you influence. You don't influence the name, but you influence the vibration of the name before you were born. So for example, Tom Higgins, that's the name on his birth certificate. He doesn't have a middle name, it's just Tom and Higgins, basic as that. So Tom, if we start with Tom, because we must always split out those numbers or words. So Tom, the T vibrates at the 2, the O vibrates at the 6, the M at the 4. So adding them all together, we get a 12. Now that is not a master number, so I'm going to continue to reduce that down. 1 plus 2 equals 3. So Tom vibrates at the 1, 2, 3, but I'm going to focus on the 3. Higgins, H is an A, and you see what I'm doing here, 9 is the I, blah, 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 all the way along. I add it all together and I get to 46. Again, that is not, excuse me, itchy eye, that is not a master number. So I'm going to continue adding those numbers together. 4 plus 6 equals 10, 1 plus 0 equals 1. So I have then the 3 and the 1 to add together. So you must always do each name separately and reduce it down to its single number or master number before you then add it all together to come to your expression. And it's the same for your life path. So Tom Higgins is an expression number 4. So Tom's talents. He brings talent of being able to build stability and security. He brings that stability to those dynamic forces of the 1, the 2 and the 3. He's the one that gets the business off the ground, gets the organization put together, or builds the family in order to have that strong, stable base. He has the home, he has the building. He makes sure that whatever that idea is, it has a stable, strong base to work from. And he does that via planning and process and not skipping steps. I'm going to tell you more as we go along. So stability and security is the main talent of the expression number 4. So the expression number 4 is very talented at achieving a stable and secure foundation. They have goals, they have a plan, and they work out each step to that plan meticulously and methodically, and take each step methodically without missing a step or getting stuck on any of the steps or obsessively stopping. They persevere through difficulties. They need to be and are very patient to follow that gradual step-by-step plan. Because remember, when you build a foundation, if you miss bits, if you don't fill it in right, or you cut corners, that foundation is not going to hold that house up for long. It's the same with this. You must have a methodical, stable base with every total thing covered and dealt with. So that comes working out processes, making sure structures are perfect, and of course, if you are an expression 4, to achieve that kind of detail, to achieve that kind of stability and security, you need to be very organized, very structured, and have a meticulous plan. You need that inner stability, and you have that inner stability, both physically, emotionally, or should I say not both, and mentally, before you get that stability in the world. But as it's a talent, you have that that ability to be stable in your emotions, your mind, and physically. Your stable foundation is key. You need to make sure and build money for your future and your stability, have strength and health so that you can hold that up, and vigor, ability to work hard and really be enthusiastic, keep going and go through each step methodically. You bring that stability, as I said, to the 1, the 2 and the 3. You bring stability to those dynamic forces that without that stability, those dynamic forces would never be known and they would never get off the ground. You are and you need to be committed to whatever you do. You put down roots and make sure that you have that stable, secure foundation, whether it's building a home, founding a business or an organization. You build that strength. You're committed to whatever you do, whether it be your career, your home, your relationships. You're the root putter downer, the stability and security creator of all of numerology. But you do it in a patient, gradual process. You have goals and a step-by-step plan and a process towards the achievement of those goals. You follow it through with persistence because you believe proper preparation prevents poor performance. You need and require and build secure foundations, and that requires you to build that careful process, which you're very adept at doing. You build in an orderly manner, you do not skip steps, and you do not get stuck. You persevere through difficulties and you work really, really hard. The workaholics are very much the 4 and the 8 energy in numerology, and the 4 does need to be careful that they do not become a workaholic. Whatever difficulties comes in the way of a talented 4, they persevere through it and they just keep going. That's the amazing power of the energy of the 4. Slow and steady wins the race. It's like the tortoise and the hare. The 4 is the tortoise. They keep going, they never stop, and they take each step. They never stop, they don't rest, even though you sometimes need to, 4s. You're that tortoise that gets to the end, and you do it consistently. You don't get stuck, and you don't speed up unless it's conducive to speed up, and then it helps your security. You keep going, slow and patient, like that tortoise, and you will and do win the race. What else do you bring? You're able to analyze structure, material and ideas and break them down into their component parts. Very practical. You're very worldly, very grounded. You'd be great in the business world. Excellent practical business people, excuse me. Especially in things like property and finance. Remember, you like building that security. And, you know, to you, property is that security and stability. You're a builder, you're a founder of corporations and empires. Excellent practical business people. I can't really put that forward enough. Organised, hard-working, like I said, focused and determined to succeed, determined to take each step. Exceptional, sensible, determined decision makers, brilliant advisors. They're not going to advise you in an airy-fairy way. When they advise you, there's sound information behind that advice. They're pragmatic, very logical, accurate, exacting, with amazing attention to detail. You'd be great in financial management. You'd be able to pick up any anomaly like that. You have ambition, strength, and the fortitude and vigour that you would need to be that strong, dynamic base. You thrive on service and responsibility, and you like to be independent. You like to do things for yourself. You don't like depending on other people much. You make a great parent. You create a great family. You create a great family environment of stability. And you will always love and look after your family. They're part of your stable base as well as you're part of theirs. You're loyal, you're dependable, they can trust you, everyone can trust you. You have traditional values of honesty, integrity, self-control. You can be quite stoic by nature, but sometimes very emotional. But mostly you're very balanced and quiet by nature. And you like to be by yourself a lot. You're not the kind of person that is desperate to be around other people all the time. You're quite happy on your own. You're quite good working on your own. In fact, you often prefer working on your own. But when you struggle, you can be quite rigid in your ideas, very stubborn, and you will keep rigid tunnel vision. You know, even if people give you opinions that might put doubt over what you think, even though inside you're not really that confident about whether your opinion is right, outwardly you will stick to that opinion like tunnel vision, and even goes as far as to start deceiving yourself. Stubborn resistance, holding on to ideas that might not be right, holding on to issues from the past, or victimhood where you feel that you've been badly treated or that has caused you issues in the past and you can't get by them. You can be insecure about your beliefs, like I said, but still very opinionated and very tunnel visioned about them. And you'll continue arguing your point, even if you start to realise that actually the other person's got a point. You'll argue the point to the death. You know, I think you find it fun to do that, even if you're starting to doubt yourself. You're a workaholic. You know, that's the problem. You can work way too hard because that's your talent, to be hard working and have that massive work ethic. Because you're always worried about not having enough. You feel that you have to keep working and working and working, or the security of you and your family will be destroyed. But the thing is, you're not spending time or benefiting from that family if you can never spend time with them because you're always working. You need to keep that in mind. There's no point being a workaholic, because your kids will grow up and your relationship will fade away if you do not give it time. Okay, it's really important for an expression 4 to focus on nurturing their relationships. When you're doing too much for other people, you can be a bit overly responsible, or you can swing the other way and be lazy, directionless, and totally irresponsible and forget everything and be disorganized rather than organized, lazy and directionless rather than goal-orientated and let's get started. Clinging to beliefs, like I said, that things will work out on their own when they very rarely do. You have to do something in order to make that happen. That's part of who you are. But remember, each sign, each expression, each number energy always has strengths and weaknesses in the same things. You know, we all have issues where sometimes we're amazing and sometimes we swing completely the other way. The goal-orientated 4 that can also easily swing down to depression, isolationism, lazy and directionless, and not want to achieve their goals. But we've got to keep you in that good energy of achievement, okay? Not giving up when the going gets tough and hiding away. Not dependent on others to be looked after because you haven't achieved your goals. You know, you've got to achieve your goals. You'll never have independence until you do. discipline, self-mastery. That is what will help you achieve your goals and bring you freedom. You struggle to ground your energy and commit. The 4 energy is very much about stability. It's about those 4 posts into the ground, creating that strong, putting down roots. But again, you can swing the other way and not commit or plant roots anywhere. So nothing can be built until you build that foundation. And you struggle with that sometimes. You struggle to commit. But as an expression 4, you should find it easier to commit and put down roots. But we can sometimes swing from one to the other depending on how we're feeling and the energy of we're feeling that day, that year, that month. Sometimes that changes. Sometimes it's long term and we need to change that. We want long term, getting things done, working hard but not too hard, achieving your goals and getting that abundance and security that you have that talent to achieve. You're a bit socially awkward. You're not much about groups of people. Like I said, you like to work on your own. 4s like to have a group of people that they feel safe around, like some safe friends that they feel confident around. And they're the people that they will express themselves mostly to. But in social situations, the 4 can be a bit socially awkward and struggle a little bit to speak to people that they don't know and trust. But what type of 4 are you? What I was talking about all through to now is the 4 energy on its own. You might be a 134, which has a karmic debt attached. You might be a 44. You might be a 31-4. What type of expression number 4 are you? That is really important. So if you're an expression number 134, your talent to support your life path is the ability to build that security and stability by setting goals, planning, creating a process, a watertight process with no holes or leaks that will help you achieve your goals in their entirety. You work hard with discipline and perseverance until goals are achieved. You achieve this in the 3. Now looking at the sub-lessons now, you achieve this, so your talent in the 4, if you're a 134, is achieved by first, in the 3, your ability to express yourself creatively and emotionally towards an audience, and your ability to really draw an audience in, read the audience and change the audience's emotions so that they listen to every word you say, together with having those innovative ideas to share with them and powerful leadership to help you build that business. So if you're an expression number 134, you work in the positive. You work extremely hard to achieve your goals. You have excellent planning and process building ability. You persevere through difficulties until you've built a strong, stable foundation that can't be knocked down by a wolf or, blown down or knocked down by anyone. You do this, remember those sub-lessons, by having an audience to your creative, emotional expression of your unique, innovative ideas. But what we must always remember as well in the 134 is that the 134 is a karmic debt. So in a previous lifetime, you may have shirked your responsibilities a bit, maybe stepped away from the hard work and let other people do it for you. In this lifetime, you are here to use your work ethic to make up for that, to work extremely hard. So the key for you as an expression number 134 is hard work and taking more of your share of the load, as well as making sure your goals are reached, building that stability, building that strength, but making sure that you're taking on that workload, but not too much that it makes you ill. You've got to find that balance between working hard and looking after yourself. Because of your karmic debt in the expression, you mustn't be lazy, but you don't want to overwork as well. Make sure you're taking a good level of the workload and really applying yourself, and you will overcome the energy of the 134. But remember, it's your talent, so that will make you extremely hardworking. So I think the biggest thing for a 134, in fact I know, is that being directionless and lazy, or being a workaholic. You must find that balance between the two, the balance between overwork and doing nothing. Find that balance. That's the key to the 1, 3, 4. Don't forget your goals. You're building that security, because remember, you'll always be that 4 expression. 22. I mean, it's a 22, not necessarily so much the 4, but the 22 is the most important number here. And the 4 is a slightly higher vibrational energy of the 4. So it's like if you have the 22-4 as your expression number, you're an old soul. You know, so if expression 224 is your expression number, that's your talent. So the veil between you and source is thinner. You're a master builder with the ability to channel from spirit realms. You have a connection with spirit and soul because you're such an old developed soul. Your other talent to support your life path is double the need to serve, double the need to cooperate, work as part of a team, develop them social skills to help build something of benefit to mankind. You're the master architect, the builder of processes, buildings, structures, whole empires. Remember, you're doing this for the benefit of the world. The Master 22 doesn't just build for their family. They don't just build for their community. The Master 22-4 builds to change the world. Master builder, master architect, whether that be tangible buildings or whether it be processes, rules, procedures, or whether it be, again, tangible businesses, empires. They build that security and that strength. So you're amazing. You're the architect, the builder of processes, businesses, structures that impact the world. But don't forget, the veil between you and spirit is thinner. You have amazing ability to connect with spirit because you're such a highly developed soul. So in expression 22-4 in the positive, now this is a really hard energy to be positive. So if you are a 22-4 expression number and you don't show this yet, well, just like anyone else who is an expression or a life path master number, you tend to be a late bloomer, and you know, because it's such a hard energy. So don't put yourself down, but you're working towards, if not already, you're connected to source energy. You take your wisdom from source energy. You're a master builder of new ideas. You bring new ideas from source, but you also bring them to reality. You don't just leave them swimming in the sky. You bring them down to earth and put 4 posts into the ground for those ideas. You're an experienced wisdom-filled planner because you're an old soul. You've got a lot of wisdom in your cellular memory. You're excellent with attention to detail, business building, ensuring no corners are cut in plans and processes. Everything you build has a strong, secure foundation, and you do so by working with others in an ingenious way. You do this skillfully, bringing people together, working together to bring your structure, your business, your idea, whatever that might be, to fruition, to help the world. It's a very, very strong, very, very powerful energy to have as a life path or an expression number or anywhere in your chart. You may suffer a little bit with nervous energy if you have this master number in your chart. But you can calm that down with breathing, musing, meditation, calming music, taking yourself out into nature in order to balance your energy, because the universe is always going to be throwing powerful energy at you. So if you do suffer from a bit of nervous tension, try some relaxation techniques, try getting out into nature, meditation, and anything that will calm down the energy that hits you daily. So remember to really excel in your Master 22-4 energy. Cooperate with others in the double. Work in a team with others in a double. Serve the team. Work together to build something incredible, something that will change the world in some way for the positive. The 31-4 is the other way round from the 1-3-4. So as with all the 4 expressions, your talent is to achieve that stability and security, following that planned process towards your goals, being organized, structured, having that plan and following that plan persistently without cutting corners, but you do so in a slightly different way than the 1-3-4. So the talent in the 1-3-4 is their biggest step is the 3 and then the 1. But if you're a 3-1 expression number, you have the talent in the 4, but your biggest talent to achieve that is innovation in the 1 and then expression in the 3. So it's just the other way round. So if you're a 3-1-4, you use your unique creative ideas that you channel from source, and then you express those ideas with sincere emotional sensitivity in order to connect with your audience. That is how you show how strong you are as a 4 expression. Is the 1 energy and the 3 energy, and they are the important strong steps that you use to be that strong expression number 4. So in expression number 3-1-4, who is like shining their talents to the world, they have positive, clear goals. They're an avid planner. They have processes, procedures to build and create. They build with excellent attention to detail, ensuring no corners are cut so that everything built is strong and solid and has a secure foundation all the way from the ground up. But also in the 1 energy, you support that with excellent, innovative, unique ideas and the ability to share those ideas with skill and charisma and emotional sensitivity. You know that. So if you're a 4, you're here to build that strength, that stability, that security, but you need to do so with innovation and expression. That's the talent of the 3-1-4 expression number. But if you're the 4-0-4, the sub-lesson 0 is the most important, not sub-lesson. It's not really a sub-lesson. If it's the life path, it would be. But you've got the 4 energy, which is your expression talent, but the numbers to the left are the steps that you use to achieve that talent. And if you're a 4-0-4 expression, your most important step to help you achieve that 4 is the 0. And the 0 enhances the energy of the 4, but it also gives you added perceptions and added connection to spirit. If you have 0 in your expression or your life path or any other number, that adds intuition and perception and added, you're better at listening to your inner voice. So if you're in expression number 4-0-4, you're here to achieve that stability and security like you always will, because that's what your talent is. Remember, this is all to support your life path, okay? So the talent that you support your life path with is that ability to create that stability, following that plan process towards your goals, being organized, structured, having that plan, following that plan persistently without cutting corners. But the talent you have in the 4-0-4 is you can use your intuition and your extra perception and listen to your inner voice to help you build better, stronger and more secure. So other than the 22-4, you are the most perceptive and intuitive of all the 4s. Okay, other than the 22, who of course is a master energy, the 4-0-4 is the next in perception. They're also able to connect with source and bring information down to help them build more securely, more strongly, more ably. So in expression 4-0-4, in their top positive, they're goal orientated, as you would expect a 4 to be. Excellent attention to detail. They create processes. They ensure no corners are cut. Everything they build is strong and secure. Because after the new idea in the 1, the planning, the nurture of the 2, and the creative expression of the 3, you are there to use your intuition and perception to bring stability and security to those dynamic forces. Ideas, remember, can never progress without the stability and structure of the 4 energy. And that's what you, as an expression 4, bring to your life path. But remember, it's so important that you use this skill to build security and stability and process and goals. Use that to achieve your life path, which is your evolution for this lifetime. It's what you're here to achieve. And that's what your talent in this lifetime is here to do. Use it well and make sure you link it with your life path, because that's what it's here for. Your talents Use your talents to help improve your weaknesses. It's the best thing you can do with your life, with your spiritual evolution. Now, I hope you've really found my video on the expression number 4 useful today. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Click that bell icon because I'm always, uploading more stuff. So click that thumbs up button and the bell icon to keep you up to date with all my stuff. You can email me at katie@soulexplorer.net or go to my website. And I'm going to put links to my Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn and Twitter in the description box so that you can connect with me on there. If you want to ask any questions or you'd like a numerology reading and you'd like to find a bit more information, I also want to let you know is that I have now got a course on Udemy, and it's a numerology practitioner, and I'm also going to put that in the description box for anyone that really feels the need to learn numerology and maybe even be a practitioner themselves. And if you are, I'd be excited to hear from you. I'm also going to put that link in the description box as well, so you can have a look at what my course entails and have a look at the previews. It's really exciting because it's only just been released. So please take a look at my course on Udemy. The link will be in the description box. So as ever, guys, trust the soul within you. Only you and your perception knows what's best. Until next time.